Hello and welcome to Wonderland. My name is Allison, the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland. And if you're new here, this is probably the best video to start with because I've been tagged in the hashtag my magical YouTube journey. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is answering a series of questions that have to do with me, my magical journey, and this YouTube channel. So welcome in if you're new, and welcome back if you're not new. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for your continued support. Hopefully you will find some new information in this video. I know I talk a lot about my journey anyways, just in live streams and here on the channel anyway. So hopefully you find something new and interesting about me. Thank you to Violet Hummingbird for tagging me in this hashtag. Definitely check out her video from the hashtag and her channel if you haven't already. I know a lot of the members of my community love hanging out with Violet anyways. So if you don't know Violet, please go check her out and give her a subscribe here on YouTube. And I also want to mention the person who created this hashtag, which I really love because I think it's an opportunity for magical creators to know that they're not alone with the struggles that we experience, because I think most of us are alone doing the creating. I'm sure some people have some help here and there, but I think for the most part we're alone, and the struggle is real, like having to wear all of the hats and be all of the things, to be the videographer, to be the editor, to be the person in front of the camera, to be the person that comes up with the ideas, to be the writer. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of hats to wear. So thank you to the Starlight Wild Witch for creating this opportunity for creators to connect to each other and know that they're not alone. And also, I've found really wonderful YouTube creators that I would have never found before, because I don't know what's up with the algorithm for me, but I'm like, how did I not know all of these wonderful creators who have already done this my magical YouTube journey video? So let's just jump into the first question. What is your channel name and what is the significance behind it? So I get asked this question a lot, and I never really know where to start with it, because personally for me, I've always been Alice in Wonderland ever since I was like a child, and from before the time that I was able to read. I even have a childhood memory of, I don't think that I could read yet, but I think I was at the point maybe like 3 or 4 where I was like learning letters, and I think I had learned how to read my name or spell my name. And I remember grabbing Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, the book, and looking at it and being like, that's not my name on there. Like, the whole time I was a child, I thought the title of the book was Alice in Wonderland. So I remember like bringing the book to my mom, because I'm pretty sure at that point I could only read my name or spell my name or something, so I had to bring the book to my mom and have her open the book and like explain to me, like, where's Allison? Like, where is she? Like, who is Alice? Which is also kind of funny because a lot of people mistake my name for Alice, even outside of Alice in Wonderland or the Priestess of Wonderland. So for as long as I can remember, I have been Alice in Wonderland to myself. But then I guess I don't know, I really don't know where to begin. There's so many like reasons for it. So in herb school, we had to create so I'm a certified herbalist. I was certified as an herbalist in 2009. And part of the curriculum was to create a mock business. And like we had to like go through a business plan, and we had to like pick a name, and we had to do branding and all of that kind of thing. And my business for school was Alice in Wonderland Apothecary. And then at the end of the year, everything that you had wild crafted throughout the year, we had like a little booth set up at the graduation ceremony and sold our mock products or whatever. And so that business was Alice in Wonderland Apothecary. And my like branding was like I was using the Lewis Carroll illustrations from the book because they are, what do you call it? They're copyright free or whatever. But so then eventually I became a massage therapist, and Wonderland was always this place for me since I was a child that I could create in my imagination. It was this place that I would escape to whenever I was scared or lost or confused. Once I started getting into meditate, it was this space that I literally created within my mind, created like a liminal space. And also receiving body work and receiving massage, I would like go there during a session, and it's just my healing space. It's my healing space. So when I decided to go out on my own, I do mobile massage within my local area. It's technically, I think legally, my business name is Wonderland, a healing space. So my tagline for my business is bringing a healing space to your place, because I'm mobile. So it's just this idea that there's a place within your mind, a liminal space within your mind that you can go to connect to source, to connect to spirit, to heal and get your questions answered, to communicate with your guide. So that's where like the business name come from. And then the priestess came up for a lot of different reasons. I've taken priestess certifications. I've studied a lot along the lines of the Avalonian tradition of priestesshood because I just feel really connected. I don't know if that is more ancestor related or if it's more past life related, but I definitely at some point in time in a past life was a priestess, and I've studied a lot of those traditions. And the idea of the high priestess, I mean, especially when you look at the high priestess tarot card, she's sitting between two pillars, between light and dark, and she has the veil behind her. So it's like the idea is that you're bridging this gap or bridging this world and being the communicator and helping communicate those messages and also help facilitate healing. So I've just always connected to that idea of being a priestess and being a bridge between the worlds. So that's where Priestess of Wonderland came from. And then I've also felt kind of weird and wacky and strange and unusual. So the idea that in Wonderland, the Lewis Carroll version, that everybody's mad here, just makes me feel at home and comfortable. So that's a very long-winded answer to this question. The majority of my content that's uploaded on a regular basis is learning about the moon and astrology and following the moon. I upload weekly videos on the energy of the moon for the week, as well as some astrology sprinkled in there. So, and I'm also the creator of the Just a Phase Moon Planner. So we talk about the moon a lot on this channel, but I'm also a crystal healer. I believe wholeheartedly in the magic and healing of crystals. So I have a whole crystal series that I love doing pick a card readings. I love doing collective readings. There's something about my spiritual gifts that really help me tap into collective energy, but also like the planetary energy. I can feel the shifts and changes that are happening on the planet, but also within the collective, which a lot of times is really overwhelming. But doing collective tarot readings kind of helps me get some of that energy out so that I'm not just holding it and I'm like, what do I do with this, and get overwhelmed. So I also do live tarot readings on Twitch, primarily on Twitch, but I do, and then I just kind of share whatever I'm working on in my garden or whatever I'm harvesting or any like herbal creations. Wild crafting, I love, like wild crafting is like one of my favorite things to do, just like mixing all these ingredients together. It's like I feel like so in the zone when I'm making medicine, making herbs and oils, have my hands like physically in dirt or plant material is just like heaven to me. But overall, I think I kind of started out thinking that I would be offering educational content, but I've learned that the more I learn, the more I grow, the more I feel like I become more of myself. Is just like what I said last year doesn't matter this year. So I really just kind of want to share my experience here on this channel and not necessarily be like a tutorial. I just want to share like, hey, this is what I'm doing and it's really working for me right now. It might not work for me in like a couple months or a year or two, but this is what's working for me right now, and just sharing my experience so that if anybody else is in a similar situation or resonates with whatever I'm putting out there, that they can, of course, use that information for themselves as well. What inspired me to start my channel? Originally, I started my channel in 2017, which was with no intention whatsoever to be a YouTube creator. It was just at that time, YouTube was the only platform that you could put video content on. I think Instagram was like just starting out with video content, and I think Facebook was too, but like you couldn't edit things, you couldn't like tell a story with it. It was just like you could upload this video that was just like a one-shot Sally kind of thing. But anyways, I just created a YouTube account to put promotional videos out for my massage business whenever I was having like a special going on, or I liked to talk about the oils that I was making, because all of my massage oils that I use, I make myself, and like I was just using it as a way to produce videos and then sharing them in my newsletters or with my clients or things like that. There's still some of those videos still up. Most of them are time-lapse. I was really into time-lapse videos back then. To like, I just love time-lapse videos, the way things like grow and transform. And you can just like see it right before your very eyes. So, but that was never the intention to become a creator at all. I mean, I honestly don't even think that my intention, even to this day, is to be a content creator, but it's just, it is what it is. I don't know. So that was back in 2017, which is actually the next question is how long have you been a YouTube creator? And so like my first videos were in 2017, but it wasn't until 2020 that I really started to put myself out there with sharing information and sharing regular information, because I had to shut my business down there, and I was so frustrated, and I was going through this time of like I didn't know who I was as a person outside of my business, because as most of the content creators know that might be watching this video, or if you own your own business, like there is no end to the day unless you put a time on the end of the day. Usually I'm up late at night on my phone, like answering emails or like doing things. Like there's just no end to being a business owner unless you set that hard boundary and say, okay, at 10 o'clock, I'm putting my phone down, I'm shutting down the computer, we're not doing anything business related. And when that like all disappeared like that, when we had to shut down, I was like, I don't know who I am anymore. And I was also honestly kind of shocked to see how distressed people were having to be in their own homes. And my home is like my sanctuary. My home is where I recharge. It's where it's where like I feel like most like myself when I'm at home, because I don't have any other outside interactions influencing me. So I started making videos about activating crystal grids and having that energy encompass your home so that you're feeling safe and protected within your space. I started doing videos of like cleansing and clearing your space energetically. And I did a chakra series, I did a moon series in 2020, and that was really, I was just creating what I felt called to create. Like literally, like if you would have asked me in the beginning of 2020, like, hey, you should be a YouTube creator, I'd be like, hell no. Being in front of the camera used to make me absolutely terrified. I've even just in childhood, I was always afraid of public speaking and things like that. And like never in my wildest dreams would I imagine that I'm here today. So really the short answer to that question is what inspired you? Like Spirit inspired me. Spirit was like, you need to put this information out there because people are freaking out inside their homes. And it was just wild to me. I was like, being at home is my favorite thing in the world. So this question was really difficult for me to answer because I don't have that many hobbies outside of what I share on this channel. Like tarot, I love tarot. Like I pull cards like multiple times a day. I always have to have a deck on me. I love tarot. I just love the feel of the cards in my hands. I love it. Crystal, same with crystals. Like I've got crystals in my bra. I've got crystals in my pockets. I've got crystals in my purse. I've got crystals in my car. I've got crystals everywhere. I take them everywhere. I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. Herbal, I love gardening. I'm horrible at gardening, but I love gardening. I love plants. I love oils. I love everything about wildcrafting. But again, that's all things that I show on my channel. So other than those things, I really don't have that much. I love watching movies. Like I love binge watching like series of movies. I guess that's like you're being transported to another world. I love just like disappearing for a while into the world of somebody's imagination. I think a lot of that has to do with like having to feel so much stimulation all the time. If I'm able to focus and zone into a movie, it helps all of the bullshit like fall away. I really do find watching movies very therapeutic. So I love watching movies. I love hanging out with my cats. I love going to the movies. We have a really wonderful movie theater here that has themed movie parties. So like you can go and dress up. The most recent one I went to, like October is the best time to do it. So I go multiple times in October. And also at Christmas time too. So the most recent one I went to was Hocus Pocus, and they encouraged people to dress up as a witch. And next week we're going to see Lost Boys, so we're going to dress up for that. And you also get like little fun trinkets and to interact with the movie. Like my favorite one was the Willy Wonka one, which also had like two of the characters from the movie. Veruca Salt and Mike TV did like a Q&A before the movie, like live there in person, and they did autographs and things like that. But they also encourage people. There's always a costume contest, and so I just love dressing up. But one of the props that they give you for the Willy Wonka, other than candy and chocolate, is they give you like a little bottle of bubbles to blow in the theater, like during that scene in the movie where they drink that fizzy lifting drink and they float up into the sky. Seeing a movie theater full of bubbles is the most magical thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Because once the bubbles start floating up near the projector, there's all these lights bouncing off of them, and it's just like, it was like, oh my god, I love this place so much. It's also a dinner theater, so like they have a themed menu that goes along with the movie sometimes, usually like a themed cocktail or something like that. So I really love movies. Other than all the stuff that I show on my channel, like I really love movies. Is there a new style of content that you want to try? I think I kind of talked about this earlier. I am really kind of leaning more towards the vlog style because I'm always changing and evolving, and what I thought was fact before is not true for me now. So I think I'm just leaning more towards like, this is my experience. With the exception of like, I mean, astrology is factual. Like, yes, you can have your own interpretation of it and you can have your own interaction with the astrological energies, but like as far as the moon videos go, I mean, it's like the moon is in this sign. You can choose to work with it, or you can choose to ignore it, whatever you want to do. So other than the astrological information, which I feel like is informative, I think I kind of lean more towards vlog style. I am kind of trying to branch out to TikTok, but it's really, I like to talk, obviously, and I'm really passionate about these things, and I kind of don't know how to keep things to a minute. I'm really trying to figure out how to make those short videos, but I'm working on it. It's a struggle. So that, I mean, yeah, that's a new content. I'm trying to figure out how to make short content, because I make long content. I like watching long content. How do I plan my content? Okay. Honestly, I plan my content with the moon and the cycles of the year. If I've been tracking my moon cycle and the moon cycle for so long, I know that I'm not able to create public content around the new moon. I know that everything that I create needs to be either something like tarot reading, like I'll do tarot readings around the new moon, but I won't do like anything that I need to be like energetic and enthusiastic about, because I can't. I have no energy around the new moon. I take a lot of naps around the new moon, but I do go with the astrological signs. On Aries days, I have so much energy and I'm just all over the place. So I know that I can make a lot of content and bust it out in one day on Aries days. So on Aries days, when it's fiery, and I won't even have coffee. I can't have coffee on those days, because if I have any caffeine, I'm just like all over the place and I can't actually finish a project. So I just harness that Aries energy and use that as caffeine and motivation to go. Same with like Leo days. Like Leo wants to be in front of the camera, wants to be under light. So those are days that I try to make sure that I'm filming. Sagittarius and Aquarius days, I want to do research on those days. Pisces days are days that I want to do tarot and pick a cards and things like that. Cancer days, I want to try to take off if I can. I want to like low key, like not do anything that takes a lot of energy and not do a lot of things that kind of stresses me out, because I do feel a lot of pressure to like try to get things out as soon as possible. So on Cancer days, I'm like, nope, not today. And then other than that, as far as like practical things, I really don't. It's really horrible. Like it'd be nice to have a process of like how to like create an outline and then film the video and then edit it. Like I wish that there was some like structure and linearity to it, but it's absolute chaos. I film when I feel inspired to film, and I edit when I have time to do it. I do have like a master list of like a million ideas. I have about 10 videos that are already shot and need to be edited. So yeah, I just create when I'm feeling inspired and edit when I have the time. And then I do have this long list. But again, I pick and choose from that list if it pertains to the energy of the time that it will be coming out. So, I mean, obviously a lot of my content is new moon and full moon related, but if I'm filming a video about something I'm wildcrafting, I'm not going to really post that in winter. I'm going to post that in summer when people are actively harvesting and would be interested in that content, if that makes sense. And like, actually, I have a video from last fall that I shot that hopefully I'll get it out this fall, because I'm like, this doesn't really make sense any other time of the year. So I do create my content either by the moon cycle or by the seasonal cycle, and that just makes my chaotic heart happy. What are your tools of the trade? I don't have anything fancy. Like my webcam is a Razer Kio, and the only reason I bought that one was because it was really inexpensive, and it had a ring light on it. So I was like, hey, two birds with one stone. I honestly kind of don't like it that much. It wasn't expensive. It serves its purpose. It's good. But you do have to have it like really close to whatever you're filming, meaning like I use it for an overhead shot of tarot cards, and even with, I just got a new ring light, like a new bigger ring light, and even that, I thought that was the problem. I thought it was the lighting, because this is a basement room that I usually film in, and I thought it was the lighting is why it wasn't really focusing well. It's kind of grainy. I don't really like it that much, to be honest. It serves its purpose. I wish I had a better one, but that's just what I could afford, and I'm not going to buy one anytime in the future. So that's that. And I use an Epson microphone, and I really like it. I do have a Yeti microphone, but it scares me because it's a lot more technical than my brain can handle. I always say I'm going to sit down and like learn how to use it, but then I never do. I use it for ASMR content, which I haven't done in a really long time. And the first time I used it, I knocked a candle over and spilt candle wax all over it. So I was like, oh, please don't burn the very expensive microphone. Don't do that. And it was a gift to me. Also, I think that's another reason why I'm scared to use it, because I feel like I'm not worthy. I don't know. I use OBS Studio is what I use to live stream. It's what I use to film and edit videos usually, except for if I'm filming like by the computer, I use OBS Studio for live streaming and filming. As a content creator, do you experience burnout? Yes. I mean, I could go on and on and on about it, but yes, all the time. I think it's absolute. I mean, I'm a little bit older than I think most content creators are, and it's ridiculous that you are supposed to, like, the reason I avoid TikTok, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to produce 3 videos a day for TikTok, if that, and a lot of people do more. There's just no way. It's not. I didn't get into this. I didn't want to be a content creator. I wanted to put content out there to showcase like what I offer as in private services, which is energy healing, crystal healing, tarot readings, and if you are physical, local massage and body work. It's just to showcase like, hey, this is what I do. If you'd like it, this is where to go to get it. I can't, like, once a week is hard enough, like, and that's something that I've really worked very hard to do. Once a week is difficult. Like, if I were doing this full time, I would love to be able to do that. This was actually this is part of my retirement plan, to when my physical body can't do physical massage anymore. I needed something to be online. I needed something because I'm not going to be able to be a massage therapist until I'm 65, because I'm already struggling to move right now. So I experience burnout because I have a full-time job. I have a full-time business that I run by myself, and I'm also writing, creating, editing, publishing a planner by myself, and creating videos a lot of times gets on the back burner, and that's why I have 10 that are ready to go or need to be edited and put out there, but I just don't have the time. I mean, editing takes a lot of time, and if I were to try to do that, like, the only times of day that I have available are times that I should be sleeping, and I'm not willing to sacrifice. Sometimes I think, like, if I just pull one all-nighter, I can at least get a couple videos ahead, and then maybe like the momentum will build after that. But I love sleep. I'm not willing to sacrifice sleep, and I can't be a good massage therapist if I'm not well rested and that my body's taken care of. So yes, I experience burnout all the time. I see other content creators experiencing burnout all the time too. I see people canceling lives, because I don't think people understand how much energy it takes to do a live stream and to do tarot readings and to do energy work. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of energy, and time is money, and energy is very, very precious. I try not to put that pressure on myself. I'm like, okay, your once a week video is good enough. If you're able to sprinkle in a few videos a month, then that's all I'm able to do. And I know if I push myself to do more, that I would burn out. So which video are you the most proud of? There's a couple that kind of like jump into my mind. One of my videos was, I think, called Love Letters to Myself, which was I was just sharing a journaling practice that I do whenever I purchase a new journal. I don't know why. I don't know. I just really liked that video. I liked the style of it. It was kind of short and sweet and to the point, and I don't think most of the videos that I like don't get a lot of views, so I don't think I've really found my people yet. Like there are things that I've worked so hard on, and then like they don't get any views, and then there's things that you just create and put out there, and those are the ones that are popular, and I haven't really figured out like why that is. I mean, I'm really passionate about everything that I put out there. Like I love everything that I put out, is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm really passionate about it, but I don't think I've really found a way to present it. Who inspires you most in the magical pagan YouTube community? And then the next question is also, are they channels that you would recommend? So I tried to pick channels that kind of they all fall into magical categories, but kind of fall into all the different things that I put out on my channel. For example, like tarot, astrology. So I have picked and choose different creators from those categories, and yes, I do recommend them, so they will all be linked in the description below.
So my favorite tarot creator is Chloe Taylor here on YouTube. She also has a podcast called The Cozy Babes Club, and she mostly does pick a card readings on YouTube, and then her podcast talks about everything from astrology to tarot to manifestation, the law of attraction, that kind of thing. And next we have Owlin Oak, who I talk a lot about creating your own liminal space. That is Wonderland for me. She literally lives in an enchanted forest, and most of her content is like magical crafting. I couldn't not have the little moonling on this list because I think she is the most magical person in the world. She is a musician who live streams on Twitch, but her music and just her way of being and living creates magic in this world. And she also covers the song from Hocus Pocus, I Put a Spell on You. So she might not claim to be magical, but she is magical. The Holy Witch, formerly known as the Witch's Box, has a wealth of information. Specifically, I think I stumbled across it for Witch's Booktube, which I think is like kind of how she started the Witch's Box. And she's just so amazing and so incredible, and watching her evolve over the years is amazing. She has obviously a successful business with the Witch's Box, but it's now called the Holy Witch, and it's more instead of beginner witch content, it's more intermediate and really helps you dive deep and go deeper into those magical practice, your magical practice, working with deities. So much wonderful information here. And I couldn't have this list without some sort of energy or bodywork practitioner. I really love Reiki Rachel. She's kind of on hiatus right now. She's been taking a break since the Lionsgate, actually. But she's got so much content of energy activations and guided meditations on her channel. Chani Nicholas is my favorite YouTube astrologer. She's also the author of the book You Were Born for This. She really wants to help people understand astrology, and I can totally relate to that. I love her. She's so cool. Sarah at the Upper Clarity School of Stone Medicine might be even more enthusiastic than I am about crystals, and she's actually learned from the people, the ancient people that live with the land, and the shamans have taught her. And then she also runs the School of Stone Medicine, and she's one of my favorite teachers. I've taken in-person classes with her. She's so enthusiastic. She's so fun. She also has a podcast, and that's my favorite crystal YouTuber. Pisces Pixie is by far one of my favorite Twitch streamers. I think she was maybe have been the first Twitch streamer I had ever seen, and everything she does is amazing. She's truly, truly working with spirit. You can tell by the transitions and the changes that she makes within her channel and within her business are totally spirit aligned. She's such an inspiration to me. And she is also on a hiatus right now. She's moving countries, which is crazy. She's so intuitive. She's a wonderful astrologer, tarot reader. She's like all of the things that one would aspire to be.
Do you believe, this is a big one, do you believe there are misconceptions about being a magical pagan YouTube creator? So yes and no. No, because this is how we've found our people. Like, I think by putting yourself out there magically, you learn that, like, oh wow, there are other people out there that are doing the same things I'm doing. That, because I don't know, I grew up in the 90s and I did a book report on witchcraft in 9th grade, I think, and it was like, oh, I'm never gonna do that again, because like then I had to survive the 4 years of hell that was high school. But you couldn't put yourself out there, I think, and that's why we have so many books that are being the solitary witch, because we still feel afraid to put ourselves out there. But I think by doing so, we've learned that, hey, there's this whole huge YouTube community out here that's not just like magical is just a little part of it. And then when you branch off tarot and wildcrafting and herbalism and astrology, like it's out there and it makes you feel not alone. But at the same time, yes, because my whole intention was to merge during the pandemic, I needed to have more of an online presence because I wasn't able to do physical work. So my whole intention was to merge my physical work as a bodywork therapist into a more virtual online sphere. The whole point was to merge it, but it in fact has like separated it for me, which is really disheartening and discouraging, because I have lost physical massage clients ever since I put tarot on my massage menu. And it sucks. It sucks that like people that I had been working with regularly for 5 years, and I felt like, I mean, I go to people's houses, I meet your family, I know your dog, and I feel like I don't know, you make really strong connections and intimate connections when you're a massage therapist, period, but you also, like, going to someone's home is a whole different sphere. And so to have people that I had been working with for a long period of time on a regular basis to just cut off contact when they heard that I like tarot cards, that I'm a tarot reader, that I'm spiritually connected, was like shocking, kind of. But it also made it that like I knew who like my real clients were, and I knew who the people that were scared for whatever reason It's unfortunate that like they didn't feel like I could like it. I don't know. I feel like I could diminish some of that fear. So I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I have lost physical clients because of my online presence now. But it means that the ones that I have that stayed are the good ones and are open to just learning new things. Even if they don't want to add a tarot reading onto their massage, even if they don't want to add crystal or Reiki healing onto their massage, it doesn't mean that they have to cut off contact with me completely. I'm still a bodywork therapist. I still work in the physical realm, you know, like, so something that was supposed to merge the two worlds together actually kind of, they're a little bit more parallel now, where I feel like it used to be like over here. I wanted them to come together, but they're more just kind of like riding along next to each other a little bit. Every now and then they'll like go like this a little bit. What do you like and dislike about being on YouTube? So I like that I like having this outlet. I need to have this outlet because I am very passionate about the things that I'm very passionate about, and I want to get it. Like it's like I physically can't keep it in my, like I need to put it out there. I can't carry all of these things inside of me. I need to put it out there. So it fulfills that need of expression, self-expression, I guess. What I don't like about it, because and this kind of relates to a massage business as well, like even just like the entire spa industry doesn't really work with regular business models. Because it's, I don't know, I guess because you're using your physical body, like you get to a point where you physically cannot do any more appointments. Therefore, you physically cannot grow as a business. In 2019, I totally hit a glass ceiling. I couldn't physically do any more appointments. So at the beginning of 2020, I decided to focus on like products a little bit more and having an, my intention was to focus more on my online products, things that I could add on to services, because at that time, I couldn't raise my prices because I was happy where I was. I was considering hiring more therapists because there weren't enough hours in the day for me to physically fulfill the demand that I had. But then everything shut down and that went quiet and dark. So to apply a regular business model to a spiritual business doesn't work, because then you're not doing the things that you're telling other people to do. You're not practicing self-care. You're not practicing mindfulness. If you push yourself to create, you're going to burn out. And so a regular business model does not work for a spiritual business. So those are kind of my struggles, because you're literally competing with a computer, and the computer wants you to upload a video a day, 3 videos a week, whatever. And seeing that, because like when I first started doing the Moon series, it was like YouTube wants you to put out a video the same time, the same day, every week. And I did that for 2 years and it didn't receive any growth. So to me, once a week is a lot. But the fact that that's not enough and that I need to do twice a week, 2 times a week, it's not sustainable. And I know that because I'm a spiritual and a bodywork practitioner. Like I know, I know. So to be doing things that I tell other people not to do doesn't make sense. So those are the things that I really struggle with. I mean, I just do my best. I do my once a week video. I sprinkle in as many as I can, and it is what it is. What is your opinion on monetization, paywalls, or exclusive content? I was a little confused by this question because honestly, my opinion is I think that there should be a paywall. I think that everybody should get paid for the amount of time and energy that they put into something. I didn't realize that like there was controversy over that. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I'm a service provider. If I'm providing a service, then I should get adequately paid for the time, energy, and work that I did. And why would that be any different for content creation? I mean, it's entertainment. Do you not pay to go see a movie? Do you not pay to stream movies on your computer? Do actors not get paid? Do writers and directors not get paid? Apparently not enough, because they're on strike. But I didn't know that there was like controversy over whether or not content creators should get paid. I don't really know anything about that, so I guess I can't speak to that. But personally, I mean, I think if you're providing a service, if you're providing something, then you deserve to have an equal energy exchange. On another note, though, I feel more comfortable offering exclusive services to the people that support me energetically, just for personal preferences. Like, I don't want to put my personal life out there for free for someone to judge and ridicule. And so if you are paying like my monthly memberships, like, you are getting a more personal experience because you are personally supporting me. Like the lowest tier, where you get a weekly card once a week, like, I meditate, I clear my energy, I tap into your energy. A lot of times I do Reiki and send Reiki to you. And this is all in the like lowest monthly tier. It takes me at least a couple hours to get through everybody, and I'm energetically connecting to each individual and giving you that time and space and pulling a card and asking spirit, what does this mean for them? Like, I am taking that time and energy. It's not like I'm just picking up a card and just being like, okay, this is for so-and-so, this is for so-and-so, and just taking a picture of it and sending it your way. Like, I am energetically connecting to spirit and you and your guides. So if I'm doing that work, why would I not want to get paid for that? I'm providing a service. Why would I not want to? Of course I would do everything for free if I could, but I have to eat and I have to pay my bills. And yeah, I don't know why this question kind of confuses me a little bit, but that is my opinion on that. Do you have any boundaries on this platform? Why or why not? I set up a lot of the things that I use for content creation is what I have learned through being a massage therapist. I have specific like rituals, I guess you could say, I do before everything I do. Like, I mean, like I say with the weekly cards, like I meditate, I connect, I activate Reiki, the Reiki symbols. Like, I have this process because it's like, it like creates this safe container to get clear messages from spirit. And that's how I put it out there. For live readings, I do the same way. I always open a circle for live readings and I always activate Reiki symbols before live readings, because I feel like that is Reiki is actively clearing my energy channel as I'm putting out the Reiki energy out there. So again, it's creating this safe container so that if any negative energy comes in there, it's being cleared out immediately so that we're able to get the message that we're like meant to receive. So yes, I set up a lot of energetic boundaries. I like to create this safe space. I know a lot of people might think that that's a little bit excessive to open a circle every time you do a reading, but that's what makes me feel safe as someone who, like, I feel like, we talk about being an empath all the time, but I feel like an energetic vacuum. I am sucking in negative energy all the time. I have to clear it out. Otherwise, I'm just sending negative energy back to you. I feel like if I were to be a crystal, I would be black kyanite. And black kyanite is it's a vacuum. It literally sucks energy out of you. And so that's why I work with the Reiki, so that if I'm sucking negative energy out of you, I'm putting positive light back into you. And same for me, so that I'm not holding on to all of this negative energy. I need to do something with it. I need to ground it. I need to have that channeled light. As far as personal boundaries, I don't know, just like practical boundaries, I have a time where I just don't, I have this set for my massage business too. If it's 8 o'clock, I'm not answering text messages. I'm not answering phone calls. I'm not answering emails. And with massage, I screen all of my phone calls. I do not answer my massage phone at all, because it's usually solicitors, drunk, horny men, or just like robocalls. So if you want an appointment with me, you can leave a message and I'll get back to you. But I know that's very old school, but like there's a reason. Like, there's a reason for the boundaries that I've set, and it's because I've had negative experiences, and that's where that line got drawn. That's how that happened. So do you have any current goals for your channel? I am very behind on videos, uploading content. I'm really behind. I have the majority of the videos that I have to put out are the Let's Get Stoned videos. I like the series. I like the Moon series. I like the Let's Get Stoned series. I haven't done a self-care series in a really long time. So like, the content that I have on my channel is what's on the back burner, I guess, like ready to come out. So my goal is to put it out there. Pick-a cards take a really long time, but I love doing them, and I just do them whenever spirit is like, it's literally like, you need to do pick-a cards today, and so I try to make space and time for it in my life. I do want to put more I have so much more content. I have so many more ideas. I have at least 10 videos that need to come out, and I just don't have the time. I'm finally finishing. I'm almost done with the Just a Phase Moon Planner for 2024. So hopefully once I get that out of my creative house, is when I'm going to be able to start pushing more videos. So what are some mistakes you've made, and how did you fix them? I make mistakes all the time. That's part of the beauty of being able to live in Wonderland, where everyone's allowed to be crazy. And I also kind of I prefer more real content, and I don't aspire to be someone who's perfectly magical and witchy all the time, because I know it's not realistic and it's not possible for me. Again, I learned this through being a massage therapist. I thought I had to like work out all the time and eat certain foods all the time, and I thought I had to meditate and be spiritual all the time so that I could be in this completely zen place for when I'm facilitating body work. But it's not possible. It's not realistic. Like, we came here to have a human experience, and being a human is really messy and complicated and difficult. So I guess all of that learning that I have from being a massage therapist has taught me to just like, I just want to be real. I want to be open, and I want to be honest, and I want to show that I am practicing the things that I'm preaching. Like, when I'm stressed out, anxious, and all over the place, which does happen because it's like part of my nature, I do the things that I recommend to people to calm myself down, and it depends on what that is in the moment, of whether it's breath work. Sometimes it's just breath work, because that's something that you can do in the moment. If I have a little bit longer, then I will do a full body crystal activation on myself if I have the time and space to do it. I literally just lay on the floor and throw crystals on me and close my eyes for however long period of time I have. I do have a video about that out there. So my camera turned off in the middle of that question. Basically, I make mistakes all the time, and I think that's part of being human. And I'm not on here to like present this perfect thing of what spirituality or what being magical is, because I'm not that, and I don't even know if it's possible to be that. And I also don't like watching content that looks perfect all the time, because I know that it's not real. I would prefer to be real and honest, and that's the content that I like to consume. So that's the content that I put out there. I am human and I make mistakes, and I do regular, boring, mundane things because we have to be a human and live in this world. Do I want to have like really well planned out and well thought out videos and put the absolute perfect content out there? Sure. I mean, I want to try, and I want to do better, and I want to be better, and I want to put stuff out there that people want to consume, but I don't know, mistakes lead to the good stuff. Like, mistakes lead to help you stumble on the things that you're supposed to stumble on. What is the saying? Oh, I have a coloring page that's mistakes are proof that you are trying. If you're not trying, then you're not making mistakes. If you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again because you've perfected that, then you're not learning, and you're not growing, and you're not experiencing life. What are some ways your channel has grown since your first video? Well, I guess like if we don't count the 2017 videos, because that wasn't the purpose of that, was just was like for a specific audience. I think the content that I put out now is meant to reach a broader audience, and one that hopefully just helps make people feel understood, or that they're not alone, or that making mistakes is okay, that being weird is okay, following your intuition is okay, seeing where life takes you is okay, and is meant. That's what we're supposed to be doing here. How has it grown? So discarding the 2017 videos, and let's say that 2020 was like the actual start date or whatever, those were very stream of consciousness kind of videos. I was just talking and putting things out there. I did, like for the chakra series, I had like a plan, obviously, to talk about each chakra. I would like to think that my videos are a little bit more structured now. And I think I'm a little bit better at editing now. I think I have a better idea about like where I'm going or what I'm doing. Whereas in the beginning, it was just like, hey, let's try this out and see what happens. Now I kind of feel like I have like very loose plan or outline for my content. I have grown. When I look at past Allison, I'm like, whoa, you look so different. Whereas like when you see yourself in the mirror every day, I'm like, I have the same haircut I've had since I was like 17. And I don't know, it's just, the videos, putting yourself out there on video shows you like how much you've changed. Have you ever wanted to quit making videos? Yes, but I can't. Like I have this compulsion to do it, and despite not making any income on it, despite spending, like losing, like and being in the negative to create content, negative on finances and negative on time, I still have this compulsion to do it. But there have been many times where I've just been like, I can't do this anymore. And I've allowed myself to take a break. And actually not that long ago, like a month or two ago, I was, because it was right before my birthday, and I was a milestone birthday. So I was having all of this like psychological stuff around that. And my mom was coming, and I needed to like take the month of August off. I knew that like in the beginning of the year, I wanted to be able to take a month off and like figure out, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going? Because I just know myself. I know that I was going to be like, oh my God, this huge birthday, like this is insane. Like, how did we get here? Why am I like, I knew that I was going to be having these like really big questions and these really big transformational shifts going on within myself. And so when I decided to I was just like, I don't think I can live stream anymore. At least not right now. I need to take a break. But when I said that in August, I meant like I meant like I was quitting. Like I meant like I can't do this anymore. Like my mental health is not okay when you are putting yourself out there for the world and you're not getting anything back from it. And other than the few great, wonderful people that I've met through this, but I was just thinking like, we can just be friends. We can hang out on Discord. Like I don't have to be putting myself out here and then really falling into deep depressions because it wasn't working. So I made the decision. I was like, I'm just going to at least take the month of August off and see what happened. Like regroup, restructure, whatever. And when I said I was taking a break, I meant like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's too detrimental to my mental health. And literally, not like, and I don't even think it was an hour later, because it was around my birthday, my husband, like my present that he had gotten me came in the mail. And I have to say that like one of the reasons why I needed to quit is because not only is it detrimental to my mental health, but also it's affecting my marriage and my relationship with my partner. And I feel guilty that because I'm not successful, he has to do the heavy lifting in the regard to finances. And I don't like that. I've always supported myself, and I've always had multiple jobs and hustled to get where I needed to go. And this is the first time in my life where I'm not able to do that. And I don't like it. I don't like the way that feels. I needed something to change. So I was like, fine, I'm just going to quit and get a job at the grocery store or whatever. And I'm not even kidding. Like I made the announcement on Discord. I was like, hey, I need to take a break from streaming, fully intending to never stream again. And not even an hour later, my birthday present from my husband came in the mail, and he was like, hey, I know it's not your birthday yet, but like, can I give this to you now? And like, cause he wanted it to be like a private, intimate thing, like with just me and him without my mom being here. So anyways, I opened the present early, and he gifted me, like he took out a loan to get this brand new iPad that's super fancy, and I don't even know how to use it. Like he's making payments on it for me, and he actually had it engraved on the back of it. It says the Priestess of Wonderland, and the card that he had given me, first of all, it was wrapped in Christmas paper because that was all we had, and because he like wanted to give it to me now and like was doing it kind of rushed. So it's wrapped in Christmas paper, and the card is like Christmas wrapping paper, and it just says, I believe in you. Like that's all it says. It just says, I believe in you. Love, Shane. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like I literally just quit. Like in my mind, I had quit. Emotionally, I was just like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And it wasn't even an hour later, like that day. And I just sat there and I just cried. Like, I don't even care about the like expensive thing, but I feel the fact that like he is still is going to be making payments on that for a very long time. And just like he could have just given me the note and it would have had the same effect on me. I just sat there crying. Like, I don't think I can do this anymore. Like I literally just gave up. And he was like he was just like shaking the card in my face. Like, I believe in you. But the problem was I didn't believe in myself. So that's what I've been working on. And so yes, I have wanted to quit multiple times, but in August I was just like, this is it, I'm done. What do you wish you knew before starting your YouTube channel journey? I think whenever I start something new, I always kind of wish, I wish that I like had the idea and the plan and the like, I'm going to create YouTube videos. But that's not how I approach anything ever in my entire life. I'm just like, hey, let's try this out and see what happens. So I think, like, I don't know. I mean, knowing what I know now, hindsight is 2020. Like, I wish I had. I didn't know that this is what I was wanting to do. I just had this compulsion to do it, and I don't know. Like, I guess just do it. Like, if you feel compelled to do something, do it. Try it. See if it works, because it does snowball and lead to something else. And everything I've ever done in my entire life was like this. I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that I would be a massage therapist. The only reason I went to massage school was because I wanted to finish. I had it originally went to school for art and dropped out. And I just always, like, that was always hanging over me. Like, I want to finish my degree. And after my herbalist certification, I thought, well, I mean, massage therapy, I could mix herbalism with massage. I just needed to finish the degree, not even really knowing what to expect. I had never had a massage when I first went to massage school. I think it was like within the first month, I booked my first massage at a secret place. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it because I was just like, I can't start working. We were about to start working on people, like, in class, and I was like, I can't have my first massage be like a scared, shaky hand student. And that's when I fell in love with massage therapy. I was like, oh my gosh, I can give this gift to somebody. But really, I never dreamed of being a massage therapist, never even thought of it as even an option. And the same thing with creating videos online. Like, I never was like, hey, I want to be a YouTube creator, let's do this. It's always just been like, I want to do this thing, let's try and see if it works. So if you feel compelled to do something, do it. There's so much information out there. I mean, everything I learned how to do, I learned from YouTube videos. Like, I learned how to use OBS on YouTube. I learned how to edit videos on YouTube. I'm constantly Googling tutorials on how to do something, so that I can do what I do better. So if you feel compelled to do something, for sure, do it. Try it out. That's why we're here. Try it out. Do I post on any other platforms? Yes, I like the Twitch community. I really am trying to branch out on YouTube, but I love just hanging out on Twitch. Feels like you're hanging out with a group of friends in a room full of people. Being live on YouTube feels like you're in a stadium on a stage and it's empty. That's how, like, it's weird. I can almost hear the echo when I'm live on YouTube. It's like this big empty coliseum and I'm just standing on this stage like, but Twitch feels like I'm just sitting in a room, hanging out with people. People can come in, people can go out. It just feels more comfy and cozy to me. So for primarily, my YouTube content is pre-recorded content just because of that feeling. I would like to be doing live videos. I did try out live videos. I started out doing live videos, but it's my own personal comfort level that is not working out. So Twitch is the other place. I'm trying to get on TikTok just because I want to promote the 2024 planner. So I'm just trying to use that platform. Instagram doesn't work for me anymore. And like back in 2021, I guess, Instagram worked to reach people to purchase the planner, but the reach doesn't work for me anymore. So that's why I'm attempting TikTok. And I'm Priestess of Wonderland on all of those places. Twitch, YouTube, obviously, and Instagram, and TikTok. Do you have any advice for those wishing to create a channel? I think I kind of said this in the last few questions. Like, if you feel compelled to do something, do it. If you have something to say it, because I think there's a lot of people out there that don't really fit into that societal norm of what's being produced commercially on TV, on even streaming services like YouTube and social media. Gives us an opportunity to be like, hey, I'm a weirdo. Any other weirdos out there that want to hang out with me? And if you don't even consider yourself a weirdo, you're still a unique human being. So finding that group of people that is uniquely you, and if you have something to share and you feel compelled to do it, then yeah, for sure, do it.
So, the last but not least question is, who will I be tagging in this video, and to challenge them to answer all of these questions as well and to share their video with all of us about their magical YouTube journey. I will be tagging medium Jenny Lee, who is a YouTube creator. She's also a Twitch streamer. She's a psychic medium. She also does tarot readings. Here on YouTube, you can catch her live Twitch streams as well as particular, very interesting clips from medium sessions that she's had. She also does monthly quick draw tarot readings. She offers private sessions, group sessions, and classes to help you learn about your clair gifts. So I highly recommend checking her out, Medium Jenny Lee. I challenge you. And I'm also going to challenge the Witching Hours, which is a podcast that Jenny co-hosts with her partner, Giant of the Frost. So I challenge you both to answer these questions separately. That way we get to hear the Witching Hours story as well as Jenny's story. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. It's nice to know that I'm not alone out there with the struggles here on YouTube and being a content creator. Thanks again to Violet Hummingbird for challenging me and tagging me in this video. Thank you to Starlight the Wild Witch again for creating this hashtag and helping bring YouTube creators together and helping other people find magical YouTube creators. And thank you to everyone who was listening.